A lonely and lost young woman unwittingly embarks on a mysterious adventure after purchasing a pair of red shoes from a strange antique shop. The shoes not only take her to beautiful and serene places but also lead her to eerie, desolate, and haunted locations. From an abandoned, mysterious house to an old cemetery bathed in moonlight, Khue's terrifying experience is her destiny.
The Horrifying Red High Heels Chap 1. In a small town in a remote countryside, the autumn sky was shrouded in a misty atmosphere, with stretches of gray clouds and the warm golden rays of the afternoon gradually turning to a gloomy gray, creating a dreamy yet captivating scene. The old buildings, with their muted paint tones, stood out against the melancholic natural backdrop of autumn. The rows of red and yellow trees along the roadside created a harmonious scene, while also adding diversity with the colors of each leaf, from fiery orange to gentle yellow. The sound of footsteps echoed on the deserted streets, creating the gentle music of a slow-paced life. In a small alley of the town, where the scattered lights barely illuminated, there was an old thrift shop filled with ancient items holding many mysteries. The old items, from old paintings and worn silk handbags to old shoes, were neatly arranged on shelves and racks, creating a strange and mysterious image. People often said that if you were destined, you could find everything here, from unique ancient paintings to pieces from the past. Among the passers-by, a young woman named Khue stepped into the shop. With her brown hair flowing and a cold gaze, at first glance, she did not seem like someone who easily believed in the supernatural. But boredom and loneliness had led her here, where she might find something special. Something that could change her life forever. Amid the cold and nostalgic atmosphere of the shop, Khue suddenly noticed a pair of high heels on a small shelf in a dark corner. The red high heels shone like a flame in the dark, capturing Khue's attention at first glance. The high heels were made from a soft leather-like material, though it seemed unlike any ordinary leather. The pointed toes and high-quality craftsmanship gave them a noble and charming look. Every curve and edge was meticulously designed, creating a perfect and nostalgic beauty. The shop owner, Mr. Tan, an old man with silvery hair, noticed Khue's curious gaze and approached her. "Those high heels are very special, young lady," Mr. Tan said with a hint of mystery in his voice. "They are said to have the ability to take you to where your heart truly desires." Khue couldn't believe what she was hearing. Really? But how can a pair of high heels do that? Mr. Tan just smiled gently, his eyes looking distant. "If you want to know, you should own them. But be careful, because they can also bring along unwanted things." Khue felt like she was dreaming as she left the shop with the strange red high heels in her hands. The rain had stopped, but the cold still lingered as she stepped out. It seemed like time had stopped, and the surroundings became peaceful and quiet. Khue's heart pounded, filled with both excitement and apprehension. When Khue got home, she couldn't contain her curiosity and tried on the new high heels right away. Instantly, she realized something magical. The high heels fit perfectly, not only making her feel confident and beautiful but also seemingly guiding her to places she had never imagined. With the red high heels on, Khue felt a mysterious urge from deep within, like an invisible force leading her onward. Every step she took, every movement of her body was stimulated by the strange allure of the high heels. It felt as though a voice hidden within the soft layers of leather was telling Khue about a new world, an adventure she had never experienced. She felt the excitement and thrill spreading from head to toe, as if it was a direct path to new and exciting experiences. At first, the red high heels led Khue to truly beautiful and peaceful places. The first was a small winding path through a lush green forest, where sunlight filtered through the thick canopy, creating beautiful natural paintings. The fresh and dreamy atmosphere brought a sense of peace and tranquility, making each step Khue took feel light and happy. Next, the high heels led Khue to a clear blue lake, where the water's surface reflected the shimmering sunlight, creating a picturesque image. The serene and relaxing feeling filled the space, making Khue feel as if she was immersed in a dreamy and beautiful world. Then, the red high heels led Khue to a blooming flower garden, where the vibrant colors created a wonderful painting of hues and fragrances. The sense of happiness and satisfaction spread within Khue as she admired the beautiful and fresh flowers. The beautiful places the high heels led Khue to were not only spaces of relaxation and enjoyment, but also places where she had the opportunity to connect with nature and find peace within herself. However, the red high heels didn't just lead Khue to beautiful places. They also took her to frightening and haunting locations. The horrifying places the high heels led Khue to were not only filled with fear and terror, but also held secrets and challenges. The first place the high heels led Khue to was an eerie abandoned house on the outskirts of town. The house seemed to symbolize coldness and desolation, with shuttered windows and a roof on the verge of collapse. Khue's footsteps echoed on the old wooden planks, creating a resonant sound in the silence of the darkness. Inside the house, Khue discovered a series of paintings and photographs hanging on the walls. Among them was a photo of a woman standing in a blooming garden, wearing a pair of bright red high heels that looked very similar to the ones Khue was wearing. Next, the high heels led Khue to a deep, wild forest where the trees were vast and dark, like a prophecy of a dark world. The sounds of wild animals echoed from afar, creating a gloomy and mysterious atmosphere. Khue felt as if she was stepping into a world full of risks and dangers. Finally, the red high heels led Khue to an old cemetery where ancient tombstones lay quietly under the blue moonlight. There was no sound except for the chilling wind whistling through the grass. Khue felt the cold and despair emanating from each gravestone, like ghosts waiting to rise from their slumber.